The story begins with a sharpshooter named Drasa, who has been hiding in a tunnel for the past few hours. She is actually waiting for her prey here. Drasa was given the task of killing a government official at the nearby airport. A plane lands on the runway shortly after. As soon as Drasa spots her target, she finishes him off with a single shot from several kilometers away. Drasa executes her work with such precision that the guards present there do not even realize who fired the bullet and from where. After completing the mission, Drasa goes to her mother's grave, where her father is already present. Here we learn one more thing about Drasa. Whenever she kills someone with her rifle, she keeps the bullet casing and then hands these bullet casings over to her father. Drasa was actually a contract killer, meaning she used to kill people for money, and had killed many people by now. She did not like killing people at all, but now this work had become her profession. That's why Drasa would give those bullet casings to her father, which would slightly reduce her sorrow. Drasa tells her father that she has received another new project that will last for a whole year. Perhaps I will not be able to meet you during this period. To this, Drasa's father replies, "You come every year and hand me some bullet casings, but next year, this will not happen. My cancer is now in its last stage. I don't have much time left, and if I don't die in the coming days, I will end my life myself on February 14th, Valentine's Day, because now I have no reason left to live. Your mother is also dead, and you also come to meet me only once or twice a year due to your work, so it is possible that this is our last meeting." Hearing this, Drasa's eyes well up. Now the scene shifts here, and we see the second lead character of this story, Levi. Levi's life was not going well at all. He often had terrible nightmares, and sleep was miles away from his eyes. One night, when his eyes open from a bad dream, Levi comes out of his house to the seaside. He feels a little better here, and starts writing something in his diary. Suddenly, Levi receives a message on his phone. The message gives him an address, where he is told to reach as soon as possible. Without wasting time, Levi reaches a military base, and there he meets a lady officer named Bartow. During the conversation, we find out that Levi is not an ordinary person, but an army officer who has now retired. And not only that, he has also been a deadly sniper. He has killed more than 200 people by sniping so far. Bartow tells Levi, "I want to send you on a mission because you are a very good sniper, and only you can do this." But before sending him on the mission, Bartow asks Levi a very important question. "If you go on this mission, is there anyone behind you who will remember you?" Hearing this, Levi feels a little strange, but then he answers, "No, I have no one of my own left in this world." Hearing this, the lady tells Levi, "Get ready. You will be sent on that mission in a few hours, and you have to stay there for a year." After this, Levi is made unconscious, and when his eyes open, he finds himself in an airplane. Levi cannot understand where he is being taken, and what kind of mission he has been entrusted with. So Levi asks a soldier present there, "Where am I being taken?" But that soldier does not answer Levi's question. He just says, "Give us your ID and watch. You will get all this back when your mission is complete." A little later, the soldier tells him, "Now it's time for you to get off the plane. In a few minutes, we are going to enter the no-fly zone area. We don't have permission to go further from here." He just tells him that after getting down, you will have to walk alone 32 kilometers north. Then you will reach your mission location. But Levi still had one thing on his mind. He asks the soldier again, "Where exactly are we going?" The soldier replies, "I am not permitted to answer this question. There is a microphone attached to my uniform. If I tell you about this place, I might be fired from my job, or even killed." Hearing this, Levi holds his breath. After this, he is given a parachute, and as soon as the plane door opens, Levi jumps and lands safely. But the real game starts now. He has to cover a distance of 32 kilometers, on foot. 2 days pass as Levi walks, and after covering a long journey of 2 days, he finally reaches that place. He sees that this is a very desolate area, where not only humans, but even birds are not visible. Then he meets a man named JD. JD was on a mission here for a year. Now his duty is over, so Levi will take his place. JD takes Levi towards a watchtower. After reaching the top of the tower, Levi still doesn't understand what work he has to do here. When he asks JD the same question, JD replies, "There is a very deep chasm here, which has been named the Gorge. This is a very mysterious and deep chasm, the bottom of which no one has reached till date. Your work is very simple. You have to guard this chasm." After this, he tells Levi the strict rules of this place. He says, "You can call headquarters only once a month from here. Come what may, do not expect to connect with the outside world. This tower, which we call the West Tower, is directly opposite the East Tower. That one belongs to Russia. A guard is also performing his duty there, but no contact is allowed between the two of you. You only have to focus on your duty. And yes, be ready all the time for the upcoming danger, because you can be attacked here at any time. There are automatic guns here, and lots of landmines installed below. If the bullets in the automatic guns run out, always keep them reloaded, because automatic guns will be very useful to you during an attack. And the last thing, if you ever hear a loud siren sound here, then run away from here without thinking." JD says, "I also don't know why this was said, but I am telling you what the previous duty worker told me." Levi listens to all his words carefully, but his question was still the same. He asks, "What is it here that requires such strict security?" Then JD takes out a grenade and throws this grenade into that deep chasm. As soon as the grenade explodes in the depths of the chasm, a strange, terrifying sound echoes from there. That sound was not of any human. It was of something hidden in the dark. JD looks at Levi and says, "The sound you are hearing is of those creatures whom we call the Hollow Men. These creatures live inside this pit, and your duty here is that no creature should be allowed to come out of this pit." It is said that in 1940, 2,400 U.S. Army soldiers were sent inside this pit, so that these soldiers could eliminate all the creatures present inside the pit, but not a single living soldier has returned till date. And now JD started preparing to go back home after giving Levi all the information about everything, because he had completed 1 year of duty here. Now, Levi has to do duty here for 1 year. JD says goodbye to Levi and leaves from here. He was very happy because he was going home after a year, but he did not know that something was going to happen to him later that is terrifying even to think about. After reaching the location, as soon as JD smokes, a helicopter comes to pick him up. The helicopter throws a rope down for him, and JD starts climbing into the helicopter with the help of this rope. A soldier sitting in the helicopter first confirms JD's identity. When JD gives him all his information, Sudri 07.09, the soldier sitting in the helicopter first shoots JD and then cuts his rope and throws him down. Now, one thing was clear here. Whoever comes to this place never returns from here. After this, we are shown the scene of the next day. Levi starts doing his work. First of all, he checks some reports here and reloads the automatic guns that are running out of bullets. Days pass like this, and then a month. Now, Levi started feeling bored in this place. He thinks, "Do I have to live here alone for a whole year? No conversation with anyone, and no entertainment." That's why, to pass the time, he thinks of reading the books kept in the cupboard. When he takes out the books from the cupboard, his eyes suddenly fall on the wall behind the cupboard. Some notes are written on that wall. These were the notes of all the people who had done their duty in this tower before. Every note mentioned fear, loneliness, and the dangers of the Hollow Men. One day, Levi hears the sound of a machine running from the West Tower. Levi quickly tries to look at the East Tower from a distance with his telescope, and then he sees a girl, and this girl is none other than Drasa, who was given duty at this tower because of her good sniping. Seeing Drasa's beauty, Levi's eyes get fixed on her, but Levi cannot talk to her because doing so was against the rules. And Drasa also knew about Levi sitting in the West Tower. Now days pass like this, and both of them think whether they should talk to each other or not. A few days later, Drasa's birthday comes. Drasa, surrounded by loneliness, feels that she should talk to someone. She tries to talk to Levi. Drasa asks Levi through a whiteboard, "What is your name?" Hearing this, Levi remembers the rules and says that telling his name is not allowed. But Drasa smiles and tells her name. "My name is Drasa." Levi also tells his name without thinking too much. Drasa tells him that today is her birthday, and Drasa starts dancing to celebrate her birthday. Drasa asks Levi, "Do you know how to dance?" Levi says, "No, I don't know how to dance at all." To this, Drasa asks, "Then what do you know how to do?" Levi replies by writing on the board, "I can shoot quite well." Here, Drasa puts a small bottle in front of him on her tower to check his shooting skills, and Levi, keeping his target in sight, breaks that bottle with a single bullet. Now Drasa was not going to be left behind either. She also shows her shooting skills and perfectly shoots a small bottle kept in Levi's tower. At another few, which makes Levi realize that Drasa is not an ordinary girl, but a deadly sniper. Gradually, the conversation between the two increases. Drasa and Levi start understanding each other. But then, when these two are engrossed in conversation, Drasa's eyes suddenly go towards the pit below. She sees that some terrifying creatures, that is, the Hollow Men, are rapidly climbing towards the West Tower from below. She quickly alerts Levi, "Look down! Some creatures are approaching you." As soon as Levi looks down, his eyes widen. Not just one or two, but thousands of creatures are climbing upwards. Without wasting any time, he picks up his sniper rifle and starts shooting the creatures one by one. But the number of creatures is so high that Levi cannot handle them alone. So Drasa also starts firing bullets with her machine gun. Now the creatures started moving towards the West Tower too, that is, towards Drasa. Both of them start killing these creatures from their respective sides. But then Levi sees that a creature has reached the top of Drasa's tower. And as soon as that creature is about to attack Drasa, Levi uses his amazing sniping skills from the East Tower and shoots that creature down. Now Levi and Drasa both realize that if they want to survive in this dangerous place, they will have to fight together. After everything is handled, Drasa says, "This was the best birthday of my life." The next morning, Levi fixes the landmines below and reloads the automatic gun. Suddenly, a drone comes out from inside the chasm. That drone looks at Levi for a few seconds. The drone scans strangely. Seeing this, Levi is surprised, and he doesn't understand why and for whom this drone was sent. Days pass like this, and then months. After these two became friends, their days were passing well now, and they did not feel lonely at all. But one day, Drasa is very sad, because it was February 14th. She remembers that her father had said that if he did not die in the next few days due to cancer, he would kill himself on February 14th. And here Drasa writes on the board and tells Levi, "Today I am feeling very lonely. It would be very nice if I had someone today." Levi also wanted to meet Drasa from the very first day, and today he cannot stop himself. He makes a plan to go to Drasa. He manages to reach the East Tower with the help of a rocket launcher. The next morning, he throws a strong rope towards Drasa using the rocket launcher, after which Drasa comes out of the tower and firmly ties the rope to a tree, so that Levi can hang by the rope and reach the East Tower. Levi starts moving towards the East Tower with the help of that rope without delay, but he gets stuck in the middle because the slope of the rope had ended ahead. That's why Levi now starts moving forward with the help of his hands. And after traveling for about half an hour with the help of his hands, he reaches Drasa's tower. Drasa welcomes him and says, "You smell very bad of sweat. So first you take a shower, then I will meet you." Levi laughs upon hearing this. He doesn't say anything and just nods. Drasa plays a prank here and hides his clothes far away. And she is watching Levi through the CCTV camera, who is taking a shower in the tower. After that, Levi and Drasa sit together and talk for a long time. Drasa tells him her whole story, and says that now she has no one left in this world. Only her father was alive, but he must have killed himself yesterday. Here, Levi also tells Drasa about the terrible nightmares he has at night, and the stories of his days when he was in the U.S. Army. In this way, while talking, night falls. Drasa puts on some soft music here. Both of them start dancing to the tune of the music. During this dance, they start getting closer to each other, and romance begins between them. A little later, Levi looks at Drasa and says with a smile, "I have written a poem for you. I will give you that poem when we leave here." The next day, Levi had to return to his West Tower. He says goodbye to Drasa and starts walking towards the West Tower with the help of the rope. Drasa also keeps watching him go. But then, we see that some creatures are climbing towards the tower from above, one of which hits a landmine installed there, and a loud explosion occurs. One of the iron parts that flies into the air due to the explosion hits the rope, which breaks the rope, and Levi falls rapidly into that chasm. Seeing Levi fall, Drasa, without thinking, picks up her parachute and also jumps into that chasm. After falling into the depth of the chasm, Drasa starts flowing in the fast-flowing river water. Somehow, she gets out of the river and reaches the bank. On the other hand, Levi is lucky. He got stuck after falling on a large tree. After falling from such a height, he gets many injuries, but his life is saved. As soon as his eyes open, he sees that a large insect is moving to attack him. He tries to save himself, but then the wood of the tree breaks, and Levi falls onto the roots of the tree below. As soon as he falls down, the roots of the tree start taking him into their grip and entangle Levi. Before these roots could kill Levi, Drasa reaches there. She quickly takes out a knife and starts cutting these roots, freeing Levi. After this, Levi and Drasa start looking around. There is silence and fear everywhere. Suddenly, some creatures emerge from behind the trees and attack them. A big fight starts between them here. Levi handles his gun and shoots the first bullet directly into the head of a creature. One by one, both of them together eliminate both the creatures. Here Levi's eyes fall on the dead body of the creature. He sees that the creature was wearing the same army uniform that American soldiers used to wear at one time. Seeing this, Levi gets goosebumps. Then he remembers JD's words, when he told them that a large group of 2,400 soldiers was sent into this chasm in 1940, and those soldiers never returned. After that, Levi and Drasa reach a strange, terrifying place. The scene here was like a nightmare. Human corpses were lying everywhere. And the strangest thing was that plants had grown out of these bodies. It seemed as if some deadly virus had taken this place into its grip. Suddenly, there is some movement from between the trees. Levi and Drasa understand that the creatures are chasing them once again. Fearing for their lives, both of them start running fast and enter a broken church. After closing the door, they see a strange sight in front of them. Human corpses were lying everywhere. Looking at their condition, it seemed as if they had killed themselves to escape this virus. Suddenly, a large spider jumps on Drasa, and many more spiders emerge. These spiders are quite large in size. As soon as the spider attacks them, Levi and Drasa together kill it. On the other side, the creatures break the church door and come inside. Levi and Drasa start firing at them to save their lives, and somehow they manage to escape from them and come out of the church. Then Levi's eyes fall on an old tunnel built into the mountain in front. Both of them immediately enter that tunnel. Going inside, they find out that it is actually an old lab. Broken glass machines and old rusty containers were lying everywhere here. Here Levi finds an old DVD cassette. Levi plays the DVD and a girl appears on the screen. That girl says that they were working on a secret chemical missile project here. There were hundreds of scientists with them, but one day an earthquake occurred here. Due to the strong tremors of the earthquake, the missile's chemical leaked. The poisonous chemicals started mixing in the air. Within a few hours, people started getting infected with the virus. Showing her stomach, the girl tells that she is also infected. Although we told everything to the military, we asked them to bomb and destroy this whole area so that the infection does not spread further. But they did not listen to us. After watching this video, Levi finds a modern-day computer there. Levi does not understand how a modern computer was kept in this place. Levi turns it on, and he is stunned to see the information present in it. He learns about a company named Dark Lake, which works to create paramilitary forces. This company collects samples of infected people from here and experiments on them to convert its country's soldiers into super soldiers. This is the reason why no country wants to destroy this place. Apart from this, Levi also finds out that this chasm contains a very large missile, which, when activated and detonated, will wipe out everything in a length of 4.22 kilometers. Levi and Drasa understand this whole secret. They realize that the Lady Barto who sent them here is the owner of this place, and she is misusing this place. And to keep this place a secret, Lady Barto always chose a person for duty here, who had no one to ask about them, and that person was killed after doing duty here for a year, just like JD was killed so that he could not come out and tell the world about this place. As soon as both of them leave from there after knowing all this, a mounted creature wraps a rope around Drasa and takes her with him. Levi wanders here and there in search of Drasa, but he cannot see Drasa anywhere. Then Levi reaches a place where a big missile was kept. This was the same missile about which Levi got information from the Dark Lake Company's computer. Levi understood everything clearly. In fact, when the people who had lived in the watchtower earlier used to say that if the siren sound is heard, one should run away from here as soon as possible, they were actually talking about this missile. On the other side, Drasa is now in the custody of that creature. Drasa tries to free herself, and somehow she manages to free herself. As soon as she is free, a fight breaks out between Drasa and the creature. Levi also reaches there while searching for Drasa, and he also immediately attacks the creature, and both of them together set it on fire and burn it. And now it's time for these people to get out of here. But the path ahead was even more difficult. As soon as Levi and Drasa move forward, a dangerous area comes up where escaping was a very big challenge. Here, humans and plants were completely intertwined, as if they were the result of some dangerous experiment. Anyway, these people move forward, taking every step carefully, when suddenly Drasa's foot slips, due to which these plants get activated. They grab Drasa, but Levi shows courage here, moves forward, and rescues Drasa with all his might. He uses a bomb to blow up the entire plant system there. Levi takes Drasa out of there. After walking a little further, they see a garage where a car is parked. Both of them quickly sit in that car and try to escape from that place. Finally, after covering some distance, they see a rope that went up to the watchtower. But now those creatures had also reached there, chasing them. Now, if these people climbed up holding the rope with their hands, these creatures would kill them. That's why Levi acts smartly and starts climbing up by tying the jeep to the rope. They tie the jeep with the rope so that both of them can sit in the jeep, and their hands are free to fight with the creatures. Those creatures attack them, and a big fight takes place between them here. But those creatures were quite large in number, so they were overpowering them. Here an idea comes to Levi's mind. He leaks the jeep's petrol tank onto these creatures, and then sets the leaking oil on fire, burning all those creatures. And finally, these people cut the jeep's rope and leave it below, killing all those creatures. In this way, these people finally succeed in climbing up. Now both of them had come to know that even if they did duty here for a year, they would be killed in the end. That's why now both of them make a big decision, that now they will not protect this place, but will destroy this place, so that no other soldier like them gets trapped here, and the misuse of this place stops. After doing all this, both of them will go far away from here and start a new life. Here Drasa says, "I have a place to hide in France. We will go there and get married, and spend the rest of our lives there." Levi agrees to Drasa's suggestion, and now he says, "I will have to go back to my tower. I will go there and fit a bomb in the tower, and also activate this missile, which will destroy this entire place." After that, Levi reaches his tower with the help of the rope. Meanwhile, Lady Barto contacts Levi and asks, "Did you go inside this pit because someone has turned on our computer?" Levi lies here and says, "No, I didn't go there." But Barto knows that Levi is lying. They had seen everything in the security cameras, that Levi and Drasa both went inside the pit. Still, she continues her point and says, "If you didn't go, then obviously all this work is done by the guard of that West Tower. You do one thing. Kill that person in the West Tower, that is, Drasa, because she broke the rule." Levi says yes here, but Barto had come to know that he would not kill her, and she had understood that both of them were now going to run away from here and would go outside and tell the world about this place. That's why she herself reaches here in a helicopter. But before Barto arrives, both of them had completed all their preparations. Levi goes quite far from the tower and takes the longest shot of his life and shoots directly at that tower, which was directly connected to the missile below, due to which a loud siren starts ringing. Now they had less time. Both of them start running fast, because when the missile explodes, it will destroy the area of 4.2 kilometers. Levi and Drasa both start running towards the forest with all their might. Drasa escapes quite far from that place, saving her life. But Levi had an injury in his leg, due to which he could not run fast. On the other hand, Barto had also come to know that the missile was going to blast soon. Right at this moment, the missile gets activated, and a very big explosion occurs, due to which the entire chasm starts to be destroyed. This blast was so terrifying that its flames and shocks spread far and wide, in which Barto's helicopter also came in the grip of that explosion, and she is killed there. Drasa had covered a distance of 4.2 kilometers. But Levi comes in the grip of that explosion, and the strong wind coming from the explosion throws him into the water. On the other side, all the creatures in the chasm are killed. Now only Drasa was alive in that explosion, and she stood on a high place and started waiting for Levi. As she waits, night falls, but there is no trace of Levi. She understands that Levi is no longer alive. After that, the story shifts a few months ahead from here. Drasa reads the poem written by Levi. In every word, she feels Levi's memories. With tears in her eyes, she tries to comfort her heart. Now Drasa starts a new life and starts working as a waitress in a hotel in France. But then suddenly one day, Levi comes and stands in front of Drasa. He was alive. Seeing Levi, Drasa's eyes remain wide open. She runs with joy and hugs Levi. And with this, the story ends. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and like the video.